What's the first, how old were you? What was the first thing you wrote where you're writing it down and you think, this is amazing? You know, you've written something that has made a jump from your previous work.
Personally, man, I know it, I haven't thought of this in a long time, but you mentioning this brings it up. I embarked on a comic strip called Beaver Butts with my friend Derek. We thought it was the most forbidden piece of cartooning that we'd ever heard of, and we just filled it with images of, I don't even think either of us knew the connotations of beaver, the sexual connotations of beaver, but we drew these beavers engaging in all sorts of like bloody affairs that were often very sexual, and we thought it was so vile and so awful that we should bury it. And we buried it in his hedgerow. And I don't know, in my mind, just kind of stuck in my head is, I like the idea that you could make something so awful that you should hide it forever. That's interesting.
As far as you know, laughing at our own jokes, I think if you're not laughing, it's not funny.
You've got to be able to laugh.
If you're laughing, then other people are going to laugh too.
I have a really bad habit. Evan often writes emails, ideas for comics. A lot of fans do too. Evan's the only one who I consistently take ideas from. He'll send me an idea and I will start laughing at the title. Just the title in the email.
Burying the beaver. If you have like, burying the beaver subject.
I'll just know that there's some really funny story behind it. I'm trying to think of an example. Actually, the funnier titles didn't lead to funnier comics. But I think it's just this idea that you're collaborating on something that you both know is forbidden. Sometimes it just makes the giggles happen. But yeah, it can happen really early in the process.
Walk us through putting us in, is it where you might have a premise and then Evan adds the funny, or you've got something and you're like, oh, I know how to draw it. And it works. How does it generally start? There's probably no set way, but I'm sure it goes either way. It could be something that you hand off or something you start with.
It goes both ways.
I would say sometimes I spend 5 minutes typing up an idea, and if you like it, you work 3 or 4 weeks on it. So it works out for me.
And if all I have an idea that I've been working